Hello there, my sacred ones, awakened ones. I'm Monica Bermudez, an intuitive quantum energy healer, coming on to this special video on my YouTube channel. And I also have my guest, so you'll be seeing her around too. It's my dog who likes to jump in and out when I'm talking, especially. She loves to hear these upgrades and these messages from these energy updates that we're all going through, quantum changes. And that includes even our pets and our animals all around are also going through some ascension upgrades and updates as well. So speaking of all the ascension updates, the latest energy update though is this new moon that is coming up, and it's so exciting. It's definitely something new in the works of a new version of us being upgraded again. And in the mix of all this, of course, we are in this Mercury retrograde still that's going to last until October 2nd. So I want to share with you 5 things to know about this new moon that we are fast approaching. And so it's going to peak at its highest energy on Sunday, September 25th, around 5 p.m. Eastern Time, which is, depending on your time zone, it could be on Monday, September 26th. So just know that the new moon is still in effect, and it will start to pick up its momentum energy maybe like 2 days before, and still have some of this energy 2 days after as well. But so every new moon is about new beginnings and new things of, anything that needs to be that you have desire to initiate new projects. And so that's what they serve their purpose for. And I do feel a lot of that with this new moon. It's definitely very eye-opening type of energy. And so, I'm going to elaborate some more and the 5 themes that are coming up for this new moon energy. So number 1, the big thing that is coming up is to call for more rest. And the reason why I emphasize the rest, because a lot of times, though, when it comes to manifestation, which is also about the new moon, it's about manifestation energy, right? Creation and reinventing and so forth. And because we find ourselves with this Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde is about rest as well. And when we find ourselves not overthinking or overanalyzing how a manifestation is going to happen, the best thing to do is to just rest and give yourself that space to allow for the momentum of the energy to have its motion, so that it can gain the space and the energy to be able to come into fruition into your own reality in your physical life. So of course, there's a lot of things behind all of this, right? And I want to talk more about this in my upcoming circle of quantum conscious creators that I am having a group of us come together on Sunday, September 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to set some really powerful intentions with the new moon. But it's going to be a mixture of exercise and of, proclamations and intentions setting together, because the bigger the group, the stronger the manifestation is. And it's definitely going to collapse timelines. I know in the last August new moon, it did collapse a lot of timelines for me. And so we are being prepared for this big time. And so there's definitely, a lot of energy for this new moon that is coming up, that is going to be in Libra. So Libra is the balancing, zodiac sign. It is the harmonious sign as well when it comes to relationships. It comes to our health. It comes to our wealth and our prosperity and all aspects of our life. And so, to the point of number 1 is resting, or being called to rest when you can, or just loosening the grips is, another card that would come up a lot for me when I kept trying to manifest and create things. And there was this one card that always came up. It was in the Starseed Oracle card that said, loosen your grips. And that's the image that popped into my mind, the download of information that I was getting to share that with you, is to loosen the grip of, wanting to control everything. And so that is what this new moon energy is feeling like for number one. So number two is that whatever intentions you set during this new moon will definitely flow into the rest of the year and also into 2023. So it's really setting the stage for the beginnings of 2023, or the whole year of 2023. And so that's why when we set these intentions and then we add some of our rest, in other words, to loosening some of the grip and not being too controlling or attached to what needs to happen and how it needs to happen. And when we set those intentions, that know that this is being worked, and trust the process of the universe with how it is being manifested and coming into fruition into your life. So setting the intention is so key for this new moon, right? It has to be in a certain focused energy and be very creative, and not so attached to it, but also, to the point of what it is that you want to manifest in your life and create in your life. So, and the other thing I want to say about these number one and number two is that it's not an exact science, okay? There is a means to getting to certain creation. And so sometimes, there may be some steps that are associated with it. So next steps could be just like a stepping, stepping stone to get to the ultimate, way of creation, and also what is aligned to your own soul as well. What is good for you at this time and in this moment. So, there may be times that it may be delayed because the universe may be planning in a different way of how it will be manifesting in the most appropriate way that is in your own soul alignment, and it is for the highest good of yourself as well. So number three is there is this awareness of an increased awareness of, being wide awake. It's what I'm feeling. And I've been feeling this myself too, is where I feel like I am so in tune and so aware of almost every little detail of what is, coming up. Like for instance, if I get certain triggers, I really pay attention to it. But now I pay attention to it in a different way than I used to before, where it's like, okay, it's there and I'm aware of it and I'm observing it from a neutral, standpoint. And so it may be that, certain triggers may be coming up and immediately it may be very reactionary, but that's okay. That's part of the awareness. That's part of this waking up process, awakening process, is being really aware of these patterns that have been there for a while, that it's almost like increased exponentially to the point that you really want to make this change, and you really are so awake and so aware of it that it's come to the point of its completion and its closure. And so now you're ready to set these new intentions, these new proclamations of this new version of you, and stepping into this new earth frequency energy. And so that's, the point of this was number three. And number four, there is this increased creativity. And I definitely have been feeling a lot more, like when I journal, for instance, I feel more flow of creativity, more intuitive insight and download of information, ideas to design new programs and to support, more people in this way, and facilitate in so many other creative ways of expression of my own soul and my own heart. And so that's what I'm feeling, that this new moon is bringing out in us. And definitely there's increase in that energy as well. And the number 5. So this is an increased synchronicity. So it's like I'm seeing like this, for instance, for me as an example, right? I'm seeing that there is this synchronicity of repetitive numbers that I've been seeing. And so I look in one direction, I see this number, it says 222. And then I look in the other direction and then 222 again. It's like there's this increase, like it's coming into like this avalanche of repetitive numbers. And so there is this messages coming through to all of us, telling us if we're on track with our own soul alignment, or where it is that, we need to pay attention to certain areas in our life. So it's just a matter of really tuning into our heart and really, diving in deep into these messages that want to come through. And so, yeah, those are number 5, top things to know about this new moon energy. And so I mentioned, that on Sunday, September 25th, on the new moon Libra, I will have a group of the Circle of Quantum Conscious Creators, and all the information to the links and to register are listed in the description. It's $44 to join. And it will be so powerful because we will do all these exercises of journal, affirmations, and proclamations. And actually, I want to start using the word proclamation for the affirmations because it just sounds so much more powerful, where we're setting these really powerful intentions to ourselves of our new version of who we are becoming, these powerful new human beings that we are. And we're going to, work on this whole manifestation and creation, and also work with the power of the Mercury retrograde, because the Mercury is actually associated to wealth and prosperity. And I feel that we all need this a lot because of all the financial situations and everything that is shifting so rapidly. And also to know that that is our divine right, is to be wealthy and to be abundant, to be prosperous in every way, in every aspect of our life. It's not just financial, but it's also in our relationships. It's in our health as well. So I definitely want to talk more about that on Sunday with the group. And so if you can't make it live, recording is available as well. And it's just as powerful listening to a replay. And also on Friday, September 23rd, I'm going live on the podcast show Love Light, Living in the Spirit of Love, where the ancestors want to share a message to humanity. And it's all just coming together energetically. It's coming into its own synchronicity of energies, because a lot of it is what I'm feeling. The ancestors tied in with the new moon energy and the circle of quantum conscious creators, just all magically synchronizing in its own way, and it will all just unfold in whatever way that is for those who are being a part and being called to some of these, to the podcast show, to come live, to also join the circle of quantum conscious creators. So you'll find all the links below to join, and I look forward to connecting with you. So just to recap though, I just want to say though that this new moon though is very quantum leaping in the manifestation for sure of this renewal state that we are finding ourselves in every aspect of our life, and the physical realities that we're creating, the time collapse, the time realities, everything that we're shifting into these higher vibrational timelines in itself. So very, very powerful energies at work at this time. Yes, so these are definitely very quantum energies for this new Earth frequency energy. So we are definitely quantum leaping into these manifestations. So I did a mini oracle card reading for this new moon energy that I want to share. And I pulled it from the quantum oracle card, and I'll post the references below. But the card that came up is interesting because it says, is cycle, and it says decrease. And so, I was talking lot, the first thing that came to my mind that popped, as a download, was that this month of September, which I also shared in a video, feels like, there's ending contracts as well. But there's also, with this ending contracts, opening up this space for these new opportunities, these new beginnings, which I feel is all linked to this new moon energy. So if you could see here, like the decrease, and there's like this water that is seeping through the hand. So the water is a purification type energy, right? But it's a cleansing. ending these cycles and clearing and cleansing our, whatever contract cycles we may have, which is all linked to this whole ancestral message that I also want to share in the podcast show for September 23rd, and linked to our finances and our wealth and abundance in our life, and how we're jumping from this lack mindset, lack mentality, to this abundant new self that we are quantum leaping into. And that is what this new moon energy really feels like. So I want to share that message with you, and hope that it inspires you as well. So do share your comments below. Let me know how this new moon energy is feeling for you, and how the month of September has been for you as well. And I look forward to connecting with you in the next love wisdom message of the Sacred Heart message. Sending you all so much love. Bye for now.